I will need to find out a better way to do reach out. So the same message, hey, do you have a website? We have a problem that really a small number of people actually replies. So when I saw this one guy who messaged me on WhatsApp, he gave me like a whole blueprint on how I can do reach out. And it was great and everything, but like the thing I had in my mind was that I don't have such great knowledge as him to be able to like impress people with that. And also like I was like, is this really worth the pain to go through? Like I would need to spend a lot of time for every guy I reach out to. And now I will work on this dentist's website. Yesterday I uploaded that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I didn't spend too much time editing, but I think it was a lot of value, I think. So I hope that was good. I will need to realize a better way to do this reach out because I don't know when I will close my first client. So today one guy replied on a message from like 3 days ago or something, and I almost closed the guy just because in my message I said if you want a website like this and put my website for coaching, which isn't anything special, but like he was impressed. So I think now when reaching out I can use that website immediately. Like, hey, do you have a like change up the message that I am sending? Like, try to get them to open my website and say, oh, it would be nice to have a website like this. Okay, what's the price and stuff like that. If more people reply and are actually more interested, I'm more likely to actually close a client. And I was thinking of another thing that when I'm on my phone trying to do reach out, I'm more likely to end up closing Instagram, going somewhere else, or like scrolling on some fitness memes or stuff like that. I can't really use social media mindfully. And also about some other things, if you are watching this far, great. This is like the unfiltered section Hamza used to do like a year ago or something on his channel, maybe even 2 years ago. Binance for crypto and Instagram on my phone and some other things aren't doing me a big favor for mental health. So my mental health was on a decline since I started going to school again. So in August, it was probably the best it has ever been for me. And after August, it was on a pretty steep decline, like the crypto world. So Binance and the crypto thing isn't really good for my mental health. Having Instagram on my phone also isn't good for my mental health. Not closing a client for such a long period of time isn't good for my mental health. Going to school and having these morons around me and teachers who are not really, I don't want to call anyone any names, but like these things are really not great for my mental health. So it was on a decline, and in the last few days it was really like zero motivation and everything. The only thing that saved me from not missing any habits and recording videos and stuff like that was my discipline and the habits, like the habits themselves. Like when you build a habit for a few months and have a habit checker, it's pretty normal for you to not fail to do a habit even when you feel like shit. So this is the unfiltered section of this video, so probably like 1 or 2 people are watching this far. And like I want to get rid of Instagram from my phone and get rid of Binance from my phone for crypto things. So I want to get rid of those things and start getting to bed earlier again. So for the last, let's say, five days maybe, I went to bed at like 11 or 12 p.m. and I had like 6.5 hours of sleep, which is like most people are doing that all year long or year around, but you notice it's worse. Like people who say it's great, I have 6 hours of sleep. Like I'm 7 hours is 7 hours. People say so. People say they sleep 7 hours, but they are 7 hours in bed which is actually 6 hours of sleep, which I did. So, and you notice that your energy is lower, you are hungrier, your motivation is lower, and stuff like that. So, like, I definitely want to start going to bed earlier again, start meditating more, because, like, for the last, let's say, 1 month or so, I was doing a lot of a lot of reach out, a lot of some other things related to business, some crypto shit and stuff like that, which didn't have a huge return on investment, but it did me a really bad thing, which was starting to meditate less. So in August, I was meditating for 20 minutes a day plus Wim Hof breathing. And now I was doing okay. Wim Hof breathing is 10 minutes, but also my focus while doing the Wim Hof breathing, not there. Like, I'm doing the breathing method, but my focus is all over the place. So the quality of my Wim Hof breathing technique has gone like down a lot, and I was meditating for like 5 minutes a day, if I am being honest. Like, I'm not breaking any streaks. I still have a 200 something days streak on Medito, but like most of the days I will either meditate 3 or 5 minutes or something, and even for those few minutes I wasn't able to focus. So my mental health, I need to do something if I want to get back on track in terms of that. And the things that affected it in a bad way were definitely expectations. So expectations, definitely, because like these people on YouTube just throwing random information that gives you a lot of hope, but then you aren't prepared for what it takes. Like, I'm sure I won't give up and everything, but like this really just like your motivation disappears. Like everything that's keeping me doing any habits right now and recording this video is like, okay, I have these habits. Yeah, I want to whatever, buy a Tesla or anything. And like, it's just like, I'm thinking I've got more to say. The video is already really long. So yeah, guys, I will probably log into Instagram on my laptop now and probably try to do something what Jackson Polton has done. What was having like 2 cups, and in 1 cup, like let's say 100 or 200 paper clips, and doing reach out, and for every reach out he puts a paper clip from one to another, and when he finishes those, let's say 100 or 200 paper clips, he's done for that day, and he can't go until he finishes it, which is much better than my way for this, which is like for 2 or 3 days I don't send a single message. Then one day I send 50 or maybe 100 at best, and I get a few replies and everything. But like, if I sent 100 every day, so far I would close a client, I'm sure, because most of the days I relied too much on a few guys that I did reach out to do. So one guy, he may leave a comment below this video if he watches the whole video, I'm not sure, but I mentioned him in one of the previous videos. He has a few, like, let's say, unfortunate circumstances that are preventing him to do a lot of reach out, any reach out, let's say. And if it's true, I won't say anything that I'm not sure, but like, if it's true, then fair enough. If it isn't, well, a lot of people won't succeed because they aren't consistent. Because this guy used to send like 50 or 100 messages for the first few days, and I was like, oh my god, I will close a client in the next 1 week. And like, he stopped sending messages. This one other guy who also sent like 20 or 30 at least stopped sending messages. I got one guy on Twitter who sent for 1 or 2 days and also stopped. I got my brother to send a few and also stopped. And like, I had 5 people who were sending messages, and now we are sending 0 per day because nobody is sending messages, and it's up to me in the end. So yeah, 10 minutes video. This is pretty long now, but that's unfortunate. I'm pretty much on my own now. Let's see what will happen. I will now do the thing on my laptop. I will not disappoint you with videos that are coming until the end of this year at least. 2 or 3 more great videos. Also, that self-improvement forum thing, I'm really sad that I wasn't able to pull something big off. And yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. See you tomorrow.